It's an unserious news day. Later on, I am going to do some serious news because we have some political things and other things to talk about that are serious. No, for real, serious. Anyway, as we all know, Drake came out with a new album. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I love all music, but I like Drake. I'm not down with the Drake slander that everybody's on. So, in Drake news, Drake gifts academics an OVO chain. You know, the chain with the cute little owl on it. And this is after their first in person meeting. Now, I honestly thought that um, academics and Drake had met already because academics kind of not kind of he fans out over Drake, which is cool. I mean, I'm a Drake fan. And he was academics was actually featured in Drake's video rollout he did for Iceman. And speaking of Iceman, he actually put out more than Iceman. He put out 3 albums, and we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, he gifted academics a cool OVO chain, which I thought that was pretty cool. Academics deserve something the way he promotes Drake, and doesn't do what everybody else is doing, like it's cool to try to cancel Drake or whatever. Um, After everybody's been loving him for what the last, I don't know, 15, 16 years. How long he been on this run? A long ass time. A long time. But anyway, um, Boosie shows Drake some respect for his album's release, and he had I don't know if it was Instagram or I think it was Instagram. He said he rode into a gas station parking lot, and the whole gas station was playing Drake, and he said the whole barbershop was playing Drake. Boosie keep his tight Boosie fade now. I guess he in the barbershop every day, cause that fade be tight. Anyway, Drake released 3 albums at midnight on May 15th. Friday, May 15th. He released Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habibti. I guess that's how you say it, Habibti. Um, we thought it'd just be Iceman, but surprise, surprise. And Drake and Rick Ross have seemingly been at odds for some time now. After many hit songs together, it looks like their run is over. We won't be getting any more collabs with Drake and Ross. And honestly, I was actually surprised to see Future on Drake's album with the feature. I didn't think we would get any more Future Drake collabs, but apparently I was wrong. Cool song. Hopefully you've been able to listen to at least the Iceman, if not all 3 new albums. I just got to listen to the entire Iceman album, and honestly, I really like it. So I don't know. I've heard of some people saying they don't like it, but I like it. That's me. Music taste is subjective. You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. Um, but do people really not like it because it's not good, or they just don't want to like it because you're not supposed to like Drake anymore? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, Ross has uh he recently called Drake's Iceman album White Man. I don't know. He's on this thing, Drake, when he had the big nose. Not Drake had plastic surgery on his face. I don't know. Ross is starting to seem kind of immature. He called Drake washed. Yeah, it's giving immaturity. Um, and this is after about a week ago when Ross and French Montana had their verses, and he was saying he didn't want Drake to lose because French Montana seems like he's still cool with Drake or whatever. But now that was prior to Drake's album release. It was all good just a week ago. So anyway, what do you think about Drake gifting Ak and OVO Chain? And who would have guessed that was their first time meeting in person? And because I really thought like they like really knew each other for real in person. Um, I thought maybe they was kind of like besties the way Ak talks about them, but you never know. We don't know these people. That's another thing we have to remember. Like, we don't actually know these people. And I kind of miss the days when you had celebrity mystique. Um, yeah, we don't have that anymore. So, anyway, and Boosie showed Drake some love on his new album. And my question with that is I haven't seen a lot of OGs or, people who've been in the rap game for a while. I haven't seen them showing Drake a lot of love. I haven't seen that. So anyway, and what thoughts do you have about artists releasing multiple albums at once? Some people do it as double albums. Um, was Tupac the first rapper to release a double album with All Eyes on Me? And that was back in what, 95? Um, but yeah, Drake released 3 separate albums at once. Um, what are your thoughts on those albums if you listen to them? Like I said, I've only heard Iceman. And like I stated before in one of my past videos, nowadays, unfortunately, you don't get a lot of just solid albums. I think for Drake, mostly he's put out some pretty solid albums overall. Even if there's an album that you're like, oh, it's not as good as Take Care, or it's not because you don't have as many singles on an album. And then there are those songs on albums that you just may like that are not put out as singles. They've never been played on the radio or it's not a Spotify hit, but you like it. And then you'll find someone else likes it and you have those album cuts that you find out are popular to people after you talk to people or listen to a podcast or whatever. So anyway, yeah, and I also love the fact that he put out like a video for, it looks like, for every song on Iceman. So he had like a whole movie video type thing for the whole Iceman album. Yeah, so it looks like he put a lot of solid work into this. And you can let me know in the comments what you all think about the Iceman, the Maid of Honor. Let me know what you think if you've listened to any of these albums or all of them. And I'll see you later with some serious news.